So a whistleblower comes forward and says that the government is hiding UFOs of non-human origin. And apparently this whistleblower is like very high up in the chain of command, right? Have y'all seen this about Grush?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
So I don't even know how to begin with this.
Yeah.
So David Grush, he's a veteran of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, NGA, which, have you guys ever heard of NGA?
No.
Yeah, I've never heard of NGA.
No, never.
I mean, maybe Blue has heard of NGA in the bedroom or something, but I've never heard of NGA.
No guns allowed.
No guns allowed. But it apparently stands for the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and he's part of the National Reconnaissance Office, the NRO. And I've heard of the NRO.
Yeah.
Has given information to Congress and the intelligent community inspector general that information has been hidden about deeply covert programs. And he says possessed, retrieved, an intact and partially intact craft of non-human origin. I watched this. We'll play a little bit of it.
Veteran David Grush is exposing what he calls a top secret military program that has reportedly found wreckage of fully intact UFOs.
Do you think this further proves Bob Lazar correct? We'll start off with you, Jaime.
When it comes down to Bob Lazar, it's just like he saw things and he worked on some things, but like he was at that time, it was like unknown for people to come out and about it, out to the public and let people know about it. But now it's like, the government is actually like taking notice of it. You know what I mean? Like they're actually sending on disclosing like files about them and everything.
Right.
So now it's like, especially with someone like him that he's a higher up and he's been in the government for a while, and now he's coming out saying that these things that the government do have, like aircrafts or partial aircrafts, it looks like it's about to open a big can of worms. You know what I mean?
100%, man. I mean, just the stuff that he's saying, it's pretty out there. But the thing is, he himself has never seen crafts or body. He just basically, his entire story is people of of position have told him things, and he's seen documentation of things. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I got from it too.
Let's continue.
News Nation senior national correspondent Brian Enton is here with the story, and this is a blockbuster.
For the very first time, the world is about to hear from a former high-level U.S. intelligence officer who says the government has some of the unidentified craft in its possession. He is revealing these exclusive details about the secret government program. And now in a News Nation exclusive, David Grush, an Air Force veteran, former member of that task force, and veteran of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, is formally blowing the whistle on secrets he says no one has ever shared publicly before.
You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the U.S. defense and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
So I will say this, and I sped this up. Nobody's on crack or anything.
Like, yeah.
I gotta say that, because if not, people will assume. All right, let's listen to what he has to say. I've teased everybody enough.
Rob Coulthart, who's reporting for News Nation and has spent years reporting on the UFO question.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the UAP task force?
The UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No. I thought it was totally nuts, and I thought at first I was being deceived. It was a ruse. People started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me. They were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
So he's saying they have some non-human origin, you know it, Jessamy, non-human origin craft from space, and that they've been recovering this for decades. I mean, it seems a little bit more validation for Bob Lazar to me. That there's been some stuff like the Wilson memos that have come out before, talking about craft not made by man. Do you think that it's possible? Oh, well, do you think it's possible, first and foremost, or likely that aliens would be sending crafts this direction?
Yeah, because we're doing the same. We're sending, you know, our little robots to Mars, to the moon, and we're probing and taking photos and seeing what's out there.
Who are we probing, Blue?
No, I mean they're taking soil samples. They're taking photos and measurements of craters and temperatures of the atmosphere.
As soon as you said probing, man, I knew Danny's gonna say something, man. I was like, you fell in that one. You fell in that trap. Just imagine the stuff that they have. If this is real, like, and he's not just talking about our government. I mean, they're talking about all around the world.
Right.
You know, the governments from all around the world. So that means like that every other government has been lying to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keeping this under wrap. You know, I mean, and even on the article, I don't know if you already read the article part, but like, I remember it said something about even like underwater discoveries or something like that.
Yes.
And you know, for the longest time, I've been hearing a lot of people say that they've seen crafts come out of the water, like out of the oceans and stuff.
Right.
So that makes you think like, whoa! And now they're also have classified reports and data on things they've seen come out of the water. So it's kind of like, oh, maybe we're not all crazy.
Maybe not, man. Now, here's the thing. Why do you think they go into the water? Do you think they come from a world that's water world? Maybe they're accustomed to that, or you think it could be because, us, the intelligent species, quote unquote, intelligent species on this planet, it really hasn't gone into the depths of the ocean, and that could be where they can set up a base and not be discovered.
That'll be perfect. Like a perfect place for a base for someone, not someone, but for a person, for like, you know, maybe an alien species, right? Because like we can't go down there because of the pressure, right? Maybe they have the technology that they can, maybe.
Well, if they're making their own gravity, they can just kind of force it.
I'm pretty sure that if they can, I mean, obviously they can't go all the way down there where the pressure is so intense that we, you know, humans can't go to. You know?
Well, even like there's a documentary out there I saw a while back, and it was showing how they were tracking, I guess, some unidentified objects, and when it went over Alaska, they disappeared into the body of water, though, disappeared into the ocean. So they have a theory that there might be something that way. It was on radar, and then all of a sudden, no, it's not on radar no more. And the only thing that was there where it went off radar was the ocean.
Yeah.
Shattered Dimensions comes in. If they've been around longer than us, they have plenty of time to find out the best hiding spots. That's 100% true. Let's continue this.
If you're right, if you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species?
Well, naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
Dead bodies. What are your thoughts when you hear that?
I get that the theme song from the X-Files in the background, you know.
Well,
What's it called? That's not, I don't know. I don't think that's it. They probably the remix or something.
Yeah, it's probably the bootleg version.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what happens when you order it on Wish.
What's it called? When you hear that, it's like, well, I guess Roswell was right. What happened in Roswell did happen.
Yeah, well, they've been saying it for years that those things, what they recuperated, wasn't right.
I mean, we did a story about the Brazilian case where they picked up the bodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, that's probably some of the bodies they might have. 'Cause there's a lot. Was it the flight log that had the U.S. plane come pick up those alien bodies in the 70s?
Here's the thing, though.
Or not 70s. It was in the
Why
80s.
would they send? Why would aliens send like live aliens traverse the entire world? You wouldn't you think it? You know, like we haven't sent a human out past the moon. You know, I'm not saying that we wouldn't send humans past the moon if we had the technology or the capability or culpability of doing so. I'm sure we would. Maybe we already have, which not telling us. But you know, you would assume that what they would send would probably be robotic or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Like, this is interesting. Now, you know, a little bit of piece of, I guess, mind fuckery or whatever you want to call it. What if it's not like aliens from another planet, but maybe perhaps some sort of evolved species from our planet from the future?
Right? More advanced, like we evolved to something higher.
Or something else it did. Like for instance, when I look at like an alien gray, don't you get like, I don't know, almost like a humanoid dolphin feel from that thing? Gray, black eyes, large.
Blowhole.
Well, they live in the ocean.
Right?
These crabs are going down into the ocean.
Exactly.
We're talking about mermaids. Mermaids are real too.
Thank you for catching that clip of the Drunk Turkey Show. Don't forget, we have a live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:35 p.m. Central, where you can interact with us and ask us questions. We stream that live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and Twitter, so you catch us in multiple platforms. Please hit that like and subscribe button on your way out, and we'll see you next time. Peace.